Hello, everybody. Well, went by the one pawn shop down by the the mall here, and a couple weeks ago they had two large bags of silver. One was loaded with quarters, and looked like at least 100 of them, and the other one was $half, and there was a lot there. Well, they sold both of them. The quarters they wanted 1,259 for, and then the $half they wanted, I think it was 13.99. Now today they did have a small package of that had four $half in it. A couple Kennedys, a 40% Kennedy, and a Franklin. Now the Franklin didn't look too bad, but one of the Kennedys had tape on it. They wanted $40 for it, or let me rephrase that, $59 for it. And because one of them was a 40%, I'm like, you're paying quite a bit if you buy that. They also had a bag with four $half. One of them, I don't have it, but someone had took and carved a smiley face on the sun, which was kind of funny, but they wanted $139.99 for seven $half, four of which were loose, and three of them were carded JFK coins. Kind of expensive, but one reason why I did want to go live right now is because Pirate Stacker and I think Patriotic Stacker are going to have a big live stream at 9, so I felt like I had to get mine in early, just to talk. Hello, Dolly. Have you ever heard of Mount Vernon Coin Company? Well, I was looking and an ad popped up. It showed a 1927 S Walker that they said was very good. Now, this one's probably just good, but the date's all there, and it is an S mint over there, the little S. They wanted $26 for a very good 27S. We'll pull my red book. But I really think that's overpriced by quite a bit. Let's get over here to $half real quick. $half. All right. Walking Liberty. Come on, page. Turn for me. There we go. All right. The 27S. Very good 8 on my book, which is a few years old, says $15. $13 at good 4. Well, yeah, I've also read some bad things about them. Yeah, but I would probably put this at least right around good 4. Looks like the complete rim is on it, on the front and back. Fully legible date. The middle's flat, of course, but that would be good. Now, very good 8, I would say, would have to have a little less wear across the middle of the coin. And these two other, a 35 and 36S, will not be that kind of grade. So, and ones like these, 1920, and a couple 18s, which are even worse. These would probably be like AG3 or something, if that. But anyway, getting back to the pawn shop, they had two different bags of $half. And one they wanted $59 for it and had a 40% in it. And three others, a couple JFKs and I think a Benjamin. The other bag had three JFKs and cards plus a couple loose walkers, and I think a couple Benjamin Franklins. 7 of them for $140 is twice what I would pay. So we pretty much couldn't come to any deal. I did say something about the bag with just 4 in it, saying I might be willing to pay 40 for it. But she said, best I could do is maybe 50. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to be buying them. Anyway, we'll go to a different topic. Done a video responding to A.G. Stacker about his future plans for this year and what he felt like buying. And he said something about he feels like with the inflation and other bad things that are going on, he feels like he needs to increase his cash stack a bit. Yeah. Well, I bought these 2 weeks ago. Well, a week and a half or something. Plus this Seated Liberty 1838 from the Rockville coin shop, coin and jewelry. Now, he had a box of junk, and I asked him, well, how much are you on your junk? And he said 20x, which if these were carded, they'd probably be at least $10.50 or more, maybe $11, because someone would have to go through the effort of putting your coin in a card. Now, this particular half year's cap bust 1831, it's worn some, but I don't mind handling it a little bit because it's already been handled quite a bit. Sometimes on these, though, if you get some, sometimes it'll look about like this over most of the coin, but part of it, like on the ribbon here, might not be legible on one side. I've seen them like that. This one also has lettering on the edge, which was different. But did a video where I looked this thing over and talked about it. Longer video, and it actually done some views. I'd still need a lot more videos like that to go crazy. Now, I don't know if you've seen this one before. I usually have it on my table. Get a good look at it. This isn't silver, though, unfortunately. It's just a magician stunt coin, where they took a peace dollar looking coin and struck it with this die on the other side being this way. I don't know what kind of metal this is. Yeah, it's like a hobo coin, but you can buy these online from a company. I found them. This exact same design. Now, whether or not the other part will be whether or not the front will be a peace dollar face or the bird depends. I don't know how all of them are, but this you can buy one for, when I looked it up, is maybe $9, I think. And they have JFK ones and a few other different ones with a skull type thing on it like this. I thought it's still kind of cool looking, although I wouldn't buy one today thinking, because when I first saw it, I thought someone carved it. And if it's a hobo coin and you carved it and it looks this good, you've got insane skills. But it's not worth nothing. I think you saw this the other day. Little Elizabeth II necklace or charm bracelet type charm. And I thought it was pretty cool too. Now we'll bring this back up again. Fort Leonard Wood. I actually served there for basic and my advanced training. And then we went back once. Actually, take that back. We went back twice. So I had 3 different times I was at Fort Leonard Wood. It's out in the middle of nowhere. basically. If you're heading east on I-70, you go about 125, 130 miles down I-70, and then it'll have a thing for it. Oh yeah, if this was really a piece dollar that they carved this on, and it looked this much details, and it looked really good, you would be talking, I don't even know what they want for it. I do know that there's a market for hobo coins. You know, they carved up nickels and they would carve up other stuff. Now, I think you should. I saw somebody was showing one of these 34S piece dollars and was selling it and was offering it. It might have been on Instagram. I've been on Instagram for a little while now, and a lot of the people I watch videos for, like AG Stacker and Pirate Stacker, also go on Instagram, and quite a few other people. But this particular coin in mint state becomes expensive, but at this, it wasn't. $300 for a hobo dollar coin. Yeah, but it has to be one that was carved back in the day, not because somebody could take one of these that wasn't worth much, common date like this one. If it was an actual piece dollar, 22 would be very common. They could take a 22 piece dollar and do some hobo stuff to it. Now, this 1928, it's looks nice. Now, the jeweler guy has a 28 Philadelphia. That probably looks pretty similar to this. Now, 28, there's only 2 mints that year for these, and right away you can see it's got a mint mark. It's the S mint. Still a valuable coin when it gets into high mint state. But in this kind of circulation, it's not much more than a, coal, basically. Most people would probably treat it that way because until these start getting towards AU and stuff, most of them aren't worth much. I mean, but knowing that Pirate Stacker and I think Patriotic Stacker are doing a live stream at 9, I had to get this in. But yeah, Pirate Stacker done a video where he's talking about a bunch of people are starting to sell some silver. And the 2 pawn shops that I go in every now and then, one of them didn't have any silver for about 3 months. In fact, hold on a second. I'll show you the last thing I bought from them. All right, back. I bought 2 of these Mexican coins. There's 720 silver. This one is a 79. Last year they made them. They made them 3 years, 77, 78, and 79. And this one has this kind of design. But anyway, the one coin, not coin shop, but pawn shop, they laid out tons of dimes, quarters, half dollars, like 2 display cases full of them. I don't even know how much it was, but they were higher priced than I think. Now, when I bought this online, this back, that's why I love Mexican coins. I love this design, even if it's a copper one like this one is. This is a, I think this is 50 centavos. Hey Kane, how you doing? They make a silver round that has this kind of design on the front of it. And but anyway, this is a world coin that I picked out of my coin dealer's monster box of world coins. It's 55. These things, his box, he throws all kinds of coins in it, 20 cents a piece. A copper coin this big and this kind of cool looking, I'm going to buy for 20 cents. All right. And these, I quite like these 20 centavos ones with the pyramid. 20 up there, 74. And it says what the name of the pyramid is there. It's hard to pronounce. And it has this same kind of back on it. But no, getting back to the price, when I got this from the Hello Welchco, and yeah, 20 cents for random world coins. I mean, I bought some of these unpesos like this one. This one's got a hole in it. I bought it just because I like Mexican coins. And he had a bunch of these in his monster box, and I got several of these for 20 cents. And he had littler coins like this little one here from Qatar, but it had a little sailboat on it and an island. But this isn't really a ship on this one. It's a sailboat. Doesn't look like a ship. But let's see if I can pull something over here. I do have one over here that's got a sail. Well, it does have a sail on it. Thank God it's Friday. This is a 50 escudos Portuguese coin with a pirate, not pirate, but Viking type ship on it, which looks pretty cool. That was another one that was 20 cents. And then this one, this is like an ancient trireme. Does that, or maybe even a Viking ship. It's 5. I'm not sure what country this is. It's a 1961 coin. That's some language who knows. Wait. Turn it this way a second. This is 63 there and then 1960 there. So I'm assuming the 63 is the date of issue. But anyway, getting back to this. I do have an interesting one. I have a playlist about it where I was putting random world coins in this box. It's a nautical theme box. And I filled it up with random world coins. I have a playlist about it. You can find it. But anyway, this coin, when I bought it, I looked online that night. They were going for about 18 bucks. 18 something. And he wanted $20. So I'm like, you know what? This is 0.643 or so ounces of silver. Welchco, one of these days, maybe. You never know. I mean, I have the coins that I could go to a coin show and probably if somebody wanted to buy a whole lot of coins, I could sell a ton of them because you got to have a ton to sell a ton. But since you weren't here earlier, get excited. 1928. Philadelphia 28 was real low mintage. Unfortunately, this is an estimate one. And it's a bit worn, but in mint state or AU, this becomes expensive. as well with this one. This is a 34S. It's not in real bad shape, but it's worn. But yeah, I plead the fifth on my stack. I would too. But I've seen some of your stack on your videos, Dolly. You got some nice stuff. I have a lot of junk like this. Then I have some that are a little bit better coins, a little bit better dates. Welchco, I don't know if you've seen this yet. 1831 cap bust half. And the back looks really good on this one, in my opinion. It's cool. I don't know if Welchco's seen this coin yet. I did do some videos with it, but he showed up my live stream the other day right after I hit end. Yeah, you share what you got, so yeah, you have to plead the fifth. So that's a pretty old coin there, one of the oldest US silver coins I have. And LCS in your future. Well, there is an empty place that used to be a coins shop here in town. This one's not really that beautiful. 1838 Seated Liberty dime. Bit worn. But these have some value just because they're kind of hard to find sometimes. Not too often does most people have them. Now, I did get one of the Mexican coins with the Olympics, and that's cool too. Let's see something. Wasn't that hard to find? Shit. Remarkably, it wasn't that hard to find. This has this type of back on it. It's 25 pesos, but it has this on the other side. The Aztec game, I guess. Or maybe it's just supposed to be an Aztec dancer. But thank you, Dolly. This particular coin I got from AppMex when I ordered from them. And I think it was about, how much was it? I want to say 17 something. It's just over a half ounce of silver in this. It's 720 silver as well as this Mexican coin here. But these are a little bit more because it's a bit more. What, one of these or one of this, the Olympic coin. I like the Olympic coin design, but you know, it's a neat design. That's why I like Mexican coins. They have really neat designs on them. Excuse me. Now, I want to go ahead and move a couple things so I can show something else. Put all this back. This is going to be for Welchco if he's still around. It's the dancers. Yes. Welchco, you still here? Because you're going to want to see this. black box. Now, I'm always around. Okay, Welchco, you talk about being a LCS. Let's say you go to your LCS and say, I want to see some dimes. And the guy hands you something like this. Double-sided box. This is a 14-inch double-sided box. Loaded with dimes. So yeah, I've got stock. I've got stock out my yin yang. This starts with Barber dimes and works on through Mercury's, and these are all general circulation. Most of these aren't real. There's no real good dates in it, no real rare coins, but it's a lot of dimes. There's probably more than 260 dimes in these cards in this one, but that's not it. Wrong box. Well, we put this one back. I thought it was this other black box, but it's the other black box. All right. Let's say you don't find the dime you want in that box. The dealer says, wait, I got another box of dimes. Another black box of dimes. This is a 9-inch box. But it also starts with Barber dimes. 1897, someone said G for good. And for these, I would probably agree for the most part. If it ain't cleaned or nothing, but it's circulated a lot. But there's probably 75, 80 dimes in this. And, oh, wait a second. Someone's saying this 16 is very good 10. Y'all be able to see part of Liberty, maybe. Looks like there might be part of the L or something on there. It's probably been a lot of circulation, you know, even at very good 10. I might agree with him. I don't know. Oh, wait. We'll put that one back because this other one, someone wrote F1 on it, or FI for fine. It's 1906. Oh, it says fine here too. Fine. Slightly dirty. And you can make out a little of the Liberty. It's not full. This full would be extra fine. But it's not a nice dime. Now, again, with these staples, what one's a... Oh, you're go... Okay, I got what you're saying. It is a key date, if you remember correctly. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to show you. If you got stapled cards, and they're rounded, take a pair of pliers like this, preferably one that has a flat enough spot on the end of it like this one does, without, not where the round part is, the little round. Get it on there, or you use needle nose pliers, and you flatten your staples out. All right. Well, I have a red book handy, so we'll just look it up real quick. We'll put the coin out. 1916 Philadelphia. The 1915 Barber half dollar is a real old mintage, like 138,000 or something such. But we'll look at the dime. Half dollars, quarters, dimes. 1916 Philly, 18.5 million. Oh, I hate staples. I wish my coin dealers, all of them had flat staplers, but they don't. One guy on South 7th did, but the 1915S is 960 on Barber Dimes. So that's pretty low mintage. And the 1913S is 510,000. And it says a good 4 one is $35. So yeah, that's a key date one. It's the quickest way to find your key dates is just look at the high price at good 4 compared to all the other ones, because this 1916S is 5,000,008. The 13S is 510,000. So that's in $35 at good 4. You find one mint state 60, it says 500 in this book, which is one of the higher of the Barber Dimes, not the highest. Well, the Micro O from 1905 is pretty high in mint state. And then there's a couple from the early 1900s. It's at mint state, or $900 and $400 coins, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they will fall. No, some of the Barber coins, the earlier years, 1897 O, 1896 S, 96 O, the 95 O. These are all ones that are 400,000 or 500,000 minted. 1904 O. Now, don't think you'll ever find an 1894 S when the 24 are known to have been struck. That that's an insane one. And this says Stacks and Bowers auction in October 2007. It one sold for $1.5 million and change. 52,000, 1.5, 52,500. But no, in the half dollars, 5 little miles. Okay, starting to make sense. I didn't know. Yeah, that 31 half dollars. 1831 capped half bust, 5,800,000 were struck. So it's not super rare, although who knows how many are around now. We were going to Barber Hass. All right. 1914 Philadelphia, 124,000. At good 4, they say 150 in this book. The 1913 Philly, 188,000. And it says 75. You have to go clear back to the 1897S to find any of them at good 4 that's over $100. All the rest of them, most of them look like they're around $17, $18, $16 maybe at good 4. 1892 O, 390,000. That's a pretty low mintage for a half dollar. But the 1915 half dollar Barber hat, Philadelphia, 138,000. This is $110 a good 4. So it's kind of a pricey coin. Most of these Barber halves at mint state, 60. You're talking $500-$600 coins, and some of them quite a bit more than that. Even some of the ones that aren't super rare mintages, some of them are getting up there. On any of those kind of coins, if it's 500,000 something or below, I kind of consider that a pretty low mintage. Most years, it looks like most of the mints, most years were over $1 million. There's quite a few years where it's in the 100,000 still. But As for quarters in those Barber quarters, I was looking at one, thinking about buying it, but it's just too beat up. Anyway, when you get to the quarters, 1896S, $188,900 coin at Good Ford. That's pretty insane. But some of the old mint ones were reasonably low mintages. Even at Good Ford, they kind of go up a little bit in price. Now, I have some of the more common date ones, like the 1901 O, the 1903 O, the 1907 O, 1908 O. 1909 O was one I was wanting to buy. Saw one at a coin shop, but it was beat up a bit. Not coin shop, it's a vendor place. It was beat up a bit. They wanted $45 for it, but it wasn't good for, and I wanted a better looking one than that. So we'll put the red book back down. Move these two boxes of dimes over, because if Welchco's still here, you might want to see this. So Welchco, you still around? Because I have a red box, same size box. Drop the ruler on it. I'll show this. Line that ruler up at the end of the box. Well, close enough. It's another 14-inch double wide box. Now, in this one, though, are quarters. Oh, I have a 1902 O in this. Cool. A little bit worn. Elements there. I don't know how many. This is about 3/4 quarters, and the rest are halves. And there's some earlier halves in here. Nothing super special, though. One Barber half, several 17 and 18 and 1920. Oh, look at that. Already had a couple 27S's in cards. And they're not very high. This is very good. That's probably comparable to what Mount Vernon's coin looked like. They wanted $26 for it. When I bought this, it was $13. And this 27S was $12, and it doesn't look much different, really. I don't see hardly any difference. Well, maybe the rim's slightly worn at the top here more. But the estimate on these things is tiny. The mint mark on these is real tiny. But there's two of them. I did not realize I had two 27S's in this. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the dime away. Whoops. Oh, wait. Who in the heck stapled this? That's what we make pliers for. Flatten that. That's hard to flatten that one because it's doubled over, doubled up, whatever you want to say. And then these have been stapled from the behind this way. Most people staple it the other way. I don't know why they did it this way, but I'll flatten these out, and then we'll put this back on the box. Yeah, it is an ouch price. I kind of got the indication and thought process going that they're kind of expensive. for what you get. And I looked at some other coins. I was kind of a little bit boggled by how much they wanted for some of their stuff. This box is really heavy because it's loaded with quarters and half dollars. If this was a Morgan dollar box, it would probably have over 200 Morgan dollars in it because they're so much thicker than dimes. I'm not sure how many coins are in this box, but it's quite a bit. The box itself is, I don't know, it feels like a good maybe 10 pounds. I'm not really sure. It's heavy. Now, if Welchco's still around, any bigger, damage to coin. Yeah, this is just a regular pair of Stanley. You know, we hope you do things right. Pliers. But my favorite pair of pliers is an 8-inch pair of channel locks. Slip joint. They're my go-to pliers. They have a rivet. None of this bolt on the back stuff like this has. This is really tight and it only turns so much. Some of them can be unscrewed and pulled apart. But the one it's like riveted together and it's tight. Very tight. Now, this is a regular one of the red boxes. And right away you can tell by the size of what you can tell from the coin that you can kind of see through. These are dollar coins the whole way. About 50 Morgans and I think 18 peace dollars. Now, let's see what Dolly thinks about this 1880S. Does this one appear cleaned or not? Because a lot of these often are. Can get some mint luster to spin on it, but maybe on the back. It catches the light, and then the light's kind of bright, so it kind of it's not real well circulated. It's a bit because the hairlines aren't really flat, so it's not circulated much. The ear's pretty sharp. The little bump back there looks maybe slightly flattened. So it's probably extra fine at best. But it's not too bad of a looking Morgan dollar. We'll put it back for a moment. I have 1881 Philadelphia, 81O, and 81S. Now, if you're going for graded coins, oh, and that other one, you're going for a graded Morgan dollar, and you want to be able to get a really nice one at a decent price, the 81S is probably one of your better choices because a lot survived and a lot got graded. And this appears pretty nice if I could get the focus to stay on it. You can see the mint luster spiral on it. This don't have much wear on it, if hardly any. I mean, the chest of the bird looks pretty feathery. Tips of the wings, the talons, all the high points on this, the bird's head, face. She's a beauty. These 1881S's, there's so many of these that got graded. Now, it does have a dirt mark there. which I think is on the coin and not something trapped between the coin and the plastic. If it is something trapped between the coin and plastic, it would move probably, unless it's just thick enough to be tight. Now, going around looking at all this, rounded cheek, I don't really see flattening. Lots of little lines in the hair. A bump over here on the cap. This is a fairly nice looking one. It might actually be mint state. It's hard telling. It is a beautiful coin, though. It wasn't real expensive. Now, ironically enough, you saw how nice that one was. Well, the 1881 Philadelphia and 1881 old ones I have costed more. This is the old mint one. And it's fairly frosty appearance. Got some chatter. Lots of details. The face is chattery some, but not too bad. The cap, if I can get the light to hit it just right. It looks rounded. This is pretty close to mint state if it isn't. Yeah, it's got chatter, I agree. But the way they transported these, trying to tell how much of the bird's chest is good feathers. I'm hoping I'm not blinding you with the reflection. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, this was $39, so it's a few dollars more than what the 1881, like $6 higher. Now, get that back in there real quick. The Philadelphia is fairly nice too. A lot of lines in the hair. Big scratch on the cheek, the long scratch, but not very deep. Some chatter. 1981. That looks kind of rounded. Not much wear. Let's see how the bird's chest. Well, it looks like feathery. How about the head? If I can get the light to hit it. The wing tips. Oh, come on. Work with me. It's not too bad. Now, of my Morgan dollars, this particular 82S is pretty nice. We'll have a close look at the hair, the ear. Now there's some chatter right by her eye. And some other chatter around it, scratches. 1882. Extremely nice looking luster on this one. When I can get the light to do the spiral. Then on the back, and it is S mint. Bird's chest, very feathery. The head looks good. Wingtip, there's something. That's either, I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of dirt or something on that coin. That particular wingtip looks good. At $42, it better be beautiful, right? We'll put that one back. And we'll make our way further back into the stack. Morgan dollars. Only this particular one was mint state. 84S mint state's a very expensive coin. Very, very expensive. But it's about fine, maybe. I don't know. Keep working our way back. And we'll get to one that's kind of cool looking. Where is it? All right. 1898. Oh, this particular one has a gouge in her face. Pretty bad. But other than that, good hair details. That looks pretty good. Mint luster is fairly damn nice on this one. The back is pretty nice too. Now, it is an old mint. And I think there's a couple little scratches on the bird's chest. A little bit deeper. Heavy back marks. Loving this one, even with the scratch on the face. It's very frosty appearance otherwise, though. I mean, this isn't even my best 1898 O, though. That other one I have is better than this. But this one ain't bad. And when I first saw it, I was like, wow, that's lovely. Even with the bag mark. I was a little bit reluctant to buy it because it did have the bag mark. But you can see the double cartwheel effect right here where it's pinning on that leaf a little bit. This side's going up while that one goes down, and then that goes up and that goes down. That's an indication of a reasonably damn good conditioned Morgan dollar. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely Morgan dollar. We'll throw it back in here. Now, I have one here I know has been cleaned. I even rope cleaned on it because I knew it was cleaned. Now, even at that, it's 1899 O. We'll have a close look at it. It's got some scratches. Very faint because I took, and it's got that scratch there down the coin. I can get the light to just sit on it. You can see it starts up there and works its way down. But I know this one was clean because when I bought it, it had lines of darkness going across it like that. And I took some nail polish remover, acetone, and worked it over a little bit with a Q-tip. And no extra wear put on it. You know, it didn't hurt the coin. It was a restoration attempt. And that's how but since I know it was cleaned and it's been slightly restored, you can see a couple scratches on the bird's chest. It's an old mint. But since I knew it had been cleaned, I wrote cleaned on it just so no one would think it wasn't a cleaned coin because it's obviously been cleaned. Now we'll put that back. Now, I don't know how much you like your piece dollars, Dolly, but I got one back here to show you. Where is it? Well, we'll show you this first. Yes, I have the 21. Yes, I have another one better than this one. But 21 is in here. Let's see if I can't find that piece dollar. I need it. This might be it. Oh, yeah. All right. Have a look at this. You can see how the mint luster rocks around this coin. This particular piece dollar is kind of a blazer. Very common date. Now let's look down the hair. These are a little bit softer in details than Morgan's, so the hair isn't as sharp. You love this one? All right, how about this price? I bought this a while back when silver was much lower than it is now. $19 for what to me looks like this is probably a mint state or damn close AU at worst. And a very frosty surface of the coin as that mint luster tracks across that part where I'm focusing. Yeah, I thought so too. Now, it is a Philadelphia. There's no mint marks on this. Well, a little bit of chatter there. But, these were business strike coins. They weren't meant for anything other than circulation. You can kind of see that luster filled as I rock the coin a little bit. That's what they recommend. The coin dealer guys who run their own thing, you see a little bit of a problem there, like, I don't know, scratch maybe. But they recommend when you look at a coin like this, you look at it from several different angles and watch the mint luster and other things to see what it looks like. If you just take it and have it some way and take a picture, yeah, you just take a picture, you can make your coins look better than they are. I could take a picture of this from a certain angle that would hide some of these scratches. But then you wouldn't be able to, there's something there near the L. I'm not sure exactly what that is. But it's a fairly nice looking Peace Dollar, one of the better looking ones I got. So, I don't know. I don't know if you said you really like Peace Dollars very much. I know some people don't like them, but in some ways they're underappreciated. Kind of coin that there's quite a few really nice ones, like mint state ones all over the place. And a lot of them didn't get circulated. I fell off my chair. So a lot of them didn't get circulated much, but some of them did. Now, it's not that many different years. So you can get a year set of Peace Dollars pretty easy. I have a year set, basically. I have the 21 through 28, not the Philadelphia 28. And then I have the 34 and 35. It's all the years they made Peace Dollars back in the day. So, it's 10 years, basically. The mint state Peace Dollar retails over 800. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. It's a lot of the S mint ones. Here, I was doing a little research. Mint state 65 coins, 28S. The coin guide I was looking at said 12,000. 34S said 9,000. Now, if you get mint state 25S says 25,000. Oh, yours is a 28S? Yeah. If you get them at mint state 66, 27S then becomes, it's right there, a $45,000 coin, according to the coin guide I was looking at. The 22, 23, 24, and 27, the 27 PD and S, the 28, 34S, all $20,000 coins. and this is, I believe, 22, 23, and 24S. In 1927, in all three mints, PD and S, at Mint State 66, is a very nice coin. Now, this other part is all the Mint State 65 coins. Remember, I showed you the 1884S. Oh, come on. 84S, 240,000 according to the One Coin Guide. 1886-0 in Mint State 65, 89 Carson City, 92S, 93-0, 93S, 95-0, 96-0, and 1901 Philadelphia. These are all really expensive coins at Mint State 65, according to the coin guide I was looking at. So if you're ever in a coin shop, you have some Morgan dollars, it's worth it to look, especially if they look like they're Mint State. Because some people don't really care a whole lot. They think it's just silver, and they go, well, it's worth this much. And you don't do much research, you can find a coin. I should have put this back up in the box. I'll have to put the box back out. But they don't really research them, and they don't realize that some coins at high mint state become expensive. Very expensive. So that's one thing you always have to consider. And sometimes even mundane coins, like, I don't know, certain, they used to make these in silver. If this was a silver one, it'd be kind of cool coin, but it's a Swiss coin. It's copper nickel, I think, or nickel. It's got a neat design. Got it out of a box of other world coins, 75, 2 franc, for 20 cents. And I'm like, that's a neat looking design. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And then an Australian penny, 1951, got the kangaroo on it. It's fairly neat too. I quite like this coin with King George on it. And 51, this is a year right before he died and Queen Elizabeth became queen. The Rue penny, yes. But since you mentioned selling ship coins, I happen to have this one handy. Slippery little devil. It's not silver. It's a 50 cents. Endeavours on it. Selling ship. It's New Zealand coin. New Zealand. And from what I understand, their prime minister is resigning, citing fatigue and stuff. But anyway, this is a nice looking coin, and I quite like the selling. Yeah, I'd buy more of these if I could find them. Oh, for sure I would. I'd like to find one that's silver that has this design on it, but I don't know if they made it in this design in silver, because some countries, they changed the reverse on their coins over the years. Like the large British pennies, half pennies, had this selling ship on them. If you go back far enough, though, this one's worn out real bad, but they had a Britannia on it. I don't know if I have one sitting here. A couple of King George ones with the ship. Yeah, I love that coin too. 46 and 1940. King George's half pennies. What am I looking for? I don't know if I have one with the Britannia on the back handy. Maybe underneath this. Nope, not that one. Nope, them are the ones with the ship. But been live for a while. Pirate Stacker's going live in about 10 minutes, so him and Patriotic Stacker. So I'm going to probably go ahead and end this. I've been live over an hour anyway, so I want to thank everybody that showed up. And let's go back through the chat real quick, see who I have to thank for showing up. Because it looks like just 3 people, basically. Dolls, you stuck around almost the whole live stream. I thank you for that. And Welch Coast Services, I thank you for showing up. And Kane Friday. Doesn't look like anybody else stuck around. Be well. Yeah. Oh, the Sedove and the Bounty. Yeah. I want to buy another Bounty. I'd like to get the 1 kilo one because they make it. They also make a 2-ounce one, but they make a 1 kilo Bounty, and I want that bad. But at the, if I'm starting to spend $800 at one time on something, I'm probably going to start buying gold. In fact, that's what Pirate Stacker said he was going to do, is get rid of some of the silver and exchange it for gold, because he felt like he had a lot of silver. And prepper type guy, he said he is. That's a lot of stuff to move around. Gold's much more compact, so you can carry a lot of gold easier than you can a lot of silver. But I mean the billionaire guy who bought 900,000 Silver Eagles last year, I think it was. That's a lot of. That's 1,800 monster boxes. Yeah, gold is starting to rise. 1,800 monster boxes, 500 ounces a box. It's 2,000 plus pounds, almost 3,000 actually. It's so much weight. My pickup truck, you couldn't load all that in the back of it and be able to drive. It'd probably break the suspension. I mean, it's a lot of weight with silver, with 900,000 Silver Eagles. But if you're a millionaire, I guess you can buy that stuff. All right. Well, I'm still here. I got my box back out to put the 1916 back in the box. Yeah, you'd have to move it by semi, of course. Yeah. Allison from Walmart. Now, this didn't confuse nobody at all. 1916, they made Mercury dimes and they made Barber dimes. That wouldn't confuse nobody. Not at all. We'll put that back in the box. There's quite a few different Mercuries in the box. And then we get into some Roosevelts, quite a few of them. There ain't very much love for these. I'll show you why. 56 says uncirculated. He's going live. Okay, I'm going to get out of here pretty soon. This says it's uncirculated. It's got some chatter and scratches. $1.75. I mean, it's about as nice as they get, almost. And it ain't worth nothing. There's no love for Roosevelts for some reason. Unless you got some kind of error coin one. I mean, even like a 55S that looks about the same. Estimates there. There's just no love for them. They don't give you much of a price. My dealer said if I wanted to sell He said if I was buying dimes, like, oh wait, somebody claims Mint State 63 when they put this in this card. There's a good scratch on his chin. I can see a quick glance. It looks, or not chin, but cheek. I don't know. They're claiming Mint State 63. I don't know. It's nice, but $1.75. It's just no love for him. There ain't much love for common date circulated Mercury's either. It's just some of the, the key date ones. All right, everybody. I hope that you have a good night, and thanks for showing up. And anybody else that ends up watching this later, like and subscribe. And we will see you next time, probably tomorrow night. Take care.